G'day and welcome back to the channel, Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my Trashy Tuesday reviews. That's right, each Tuesday I'm looking at a trashy cinema masterpiece. Well, masterpiece may be a bit strong of a word, but usually these are going to be a lot of fun. And they could be anything. It could be horror, it could be sci-fi, it could be action, it could be comedy. You name it. If it's trashy, I'm going to check it out. And it could be from any era. It could be from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Who knows? If it's trashy, it's going to be here. Anyway, before I do begin, I do want to say a big thank you to all of my new and existing subscribers. I am seeing my channel grow more and more, and it's fantastic. So I actually really do appreciate it. So thank you very much. Anyway, back to what you're here for with the movie. Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama. Like, how is that not one of the trashiest movie titles you've ever heard of? And there's a sequel. We'll get to that, some other time. But let's check out this one from 1988, directed by daviddecoteau. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right, not completely butchering it, but you know me, I do tend to do that. The film stars Andreas Jones, linneaquigley, robinstille, brinkestevens, michellebauer, and George Buckflower, amongst others. Now, if you recognise a few of those names, like linneaquigley, brinkestevens, michellebauer, then they were the height of screamqueens in the 80s. They were fantastic in every role that they did, and they really put their all into all their movies, and this is no exception. Now, the plot, and I'll use quotation marks, the plot, as it is a mix of the Revenge of the Nerds meets Ghoulies. And where part of a sorority ritual, pledges and their male companions have to steal a trophy from a bowling alley where, unbeknownst to them, it contains a devilish imp who makes their lives a living hell. Now, you don't get that from the title, right? The title makes no sense to the actual movie. It's just a fun title. Now, usually this is where I would say there are spoilers ahead, but you know what? I don't know if you can spoil this movie. I mean, you kind of know what you're getting into with a title like Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama. You're getting full frontal nudity, cheesy bmoo-movie style dialogue. What more do you want? Now, let's look at the cast. The characters in Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama are intentionally exaggerated stereotypes. From the nerdy and the awkward guys, the bitchy sorority sisters, to the tough-talking leather-clad punk girl, the cast embodies caricatures rather than fully developed individuals. That actually suits the style of movie this is. You don't want to hear a huge dramatic backstory from these characters. You just want to see some fun shit happen. And they do that. The performances are hammy and they perfectly align with the film's intentional cheesy atmosphere. linneaquigley, robinstille, brinkestevens, and michellebauer, they embrace the campy nature of this film, and they deliver performances that are, like I said, both humorous and knowingly exaggerated. The nerdy boys, there's two nerdy boys and their overweight friend, I guess. They add a touch of awkward charm to the film. The imp is voiced amazingly. Like, it's just a fun voice to hear. And it's brought to life like as a puppet. And it's quite cheesy and awkward in that, but it is a character in the film. So, it's a delightful blend of mischief and malice. So onto the directing and writing. And the film, look, it doesn't take itself seriously, and that's part of its charm. If you go into this film looking for something that's Shakespearean and serious, you're in the wrong movie. Like, seriously, go find that shit somewhere else. This is all about fun. And that's what you get out of this one. The humor, it's slapstick, it's a heavy dose of campiness. You name it. The one-liners and the absurd situations just add to the overall entertainment value. The bowling alley setting provides a unique backdrop for the mayhem, and it's got a juxtaposition of humor and horror, and it's handled with a wink to the audience. You know, they are making this movie for the audience, and there's a lot of things about this movie where, look, how true this is, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but yeah, there was an open bar on this set. So you can see why they were having a lot of fun with it, right? Look, the cinematography in the film does effectively capture the tone of the movie. The camera work is functional and a mix of standard shots and some creative angles, but it's nothing to write home about. The pacing is brisk and it ensures that the audience is constantly engaged with the absurdity unfolding on screen. The music, well, look, the music enhances the comedic elements of the film and it contributes to the overall nostalgic feel by embracing the 80s vibe. You know, it was made at the end of the 80s, so it does have that synth heavy tunes, and it does complement its, you know, aesthetic of the time. Now on to the effects. Given its very limited budget, I think a lot of the budget probably went on the open bar. The production values of Sorority Babes are quite modest. The special effects, particularly those involving the imp and the supernatural elements around the imp and its effect, they're charmingly outdated and contribute to a nostalgic appeal for the film. The use of neon lighting and 80s aesthetics enhances the overall atmosphere, and it does create a sense of fun that kind of transcends the technical and budgetary limitations that are enforced on the film. Now, speaking of lighting, as I mentioned, it contributes to the campy aesthetic with a mix of vibrant colours, which I really did enjoy. The shadows play well into this film, but the use of the bowling alley as a central setting adds a unique and visual element to the film, and it creates an atmosphere that's simultaneously seedy and comical. I do feel that a bit more gore would have been needed to take this film to the next level, but again, the budget that it was facing, like, it did what it could with the budget. Would I have liked to have seen more gore? Yes. Is it needed? No, it's actually not. This film does what it does well. Rewatchability. As you would know, rewatchability is a big thing for me. So I do like to go back and rewatch certain films, whether it's a year later, 2 years later, but I always like returning to certain films. Now, this is a film that it's not to be taken seriously. Its charm lies in its deliberate embrace of campiness, and it acknowledges its status as a low-budget exploitation flick. It's a film that celebrates its own absurdity with scenes like a spanking sorority initiation and a very, very, very lengthy full frontal nude shower scene. And just a side note on that, a little bit of a warning. Hey, if you're going to watch it, maybe make sure your significant other isn't in the room with you. Or if you're a little bit younger, make sure your parents aren't in the room. Just saying. But yeah, the imp wreaking havoc in the bowling alley, it all contributes to the cult status this film has attained. Would I watch this again? Yeah, definitely. A few drinks, a few mates, and you're in for a fun night. Like, it's just a fun movie. Now, overall, while Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama may not be a masterpiece in the traditional sense, it excels in what it sets out to do. Provide a fun and entertaining experience for fans of cult cinema. It may not be for everyone. It may not be everyone's cup of tea. However, those with an appreciation of cult cinema and 80s B movies and really over-the-top performances may find a lot of enjoyment in its offbeat charm. Approach it with the right mindset and you might actually discover a hidden gem in the realm of cult, fun, horror. Overall, for a score, I would give this film a 7 out of 10. So you have it, my review of Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama. Have you seen this film? I'm sure a few people out there definitely have. What did you think of it? Are you going to go check it out? Are you going to go check it out just for that lengthy shower scene? Or are you going to check it out for the actual fun that this movie does bring? Let me know down in the comments below. If you could, please do hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated. And if you're still watching this and you're still here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell for notification of when I release a new Trashy Tuesday, Franchise Friday, 60-second reviews. And I am going to be doing more live streams, so keep an eye out for them because they are always a lot of fun. I'm going to do some watch-alongs, some watch parties, you name it. But look, I'm just blathering on now. So go check out this movie. Let me know what you thought of it. And don't forget, have a great day. Bye.